Last time on RORSRPS Custom Chaos. Tampa, Florida saw Avenger finally get his long-awaited racing win, while Rageaholic grabbed the top spot in freestyle. Tonight, we're in Gaithersburg, Maryland, looking for some new champions. Who will come out on top, and who will be the points loser? This is RORSRPS Custom Chaos, and this is Monster Jam! Hello everybody and welcome back to RORSRPS Custom Chaos. My name is Preston Vieira and we are live at the GRUthersburg Event at the Montgomery County Grandstands, joined by the minions, Dr. Nefario and Gru himself, about to jump right into some intense racing action with this wild over and under layout we got. But before we get right into it, let's take a look at our bracket for tonight and see what awesome matchups we have lined up. First out on the track tonight, you're going to see Max D taking on our substitute tonight, filling in for Blue Thunder, Skeledragon. Jailbird is going to be taking on Soldier Fortune once again. Overkill Evolution is going to be taking on Mountain Dew Kickstart. And Rageaholic is going to be taking on Pirate's Curse. Waiting for opponents in round 2, we have our top spot in the racing bracket tonight, Avenger, followed by Dysfunctional, Bad Company, and Megalodon Fire. This is looking like an interesting night of racing. We got a couple cool matchups. Max D is going to be kicking off the night. He has taken a double down win before, so we'll see if he can end up in the finals at least tonight once again. But let's jump right into some round 1 action. Max D versus Skeledragon. Max D is on your right, Skeledragon on your left. Probably one of the coolest looking substitutes we're going to have all season. And we got some cool ones, but this truck just looks incredible. Amazing. Those giant horns hanging off the back. These trucks are getting lined up. This is a really interesting racing layout, something we haven't seen anywhere really so far this season. And you'll see how this plays out right now as Skeledragon and Max D are about to pull up to the line and get things started here. I'm antsy, I got butterflies, I'm a little jittery, to be honest. As the light is red, we're about to go green here in round 1, and they are off the line and heading over the line for the first time tonight. Max D taking on that switchback to start off. Skeledragon is going to be the first one, clipping that car there, but he's going to be the first one going up and over, nearly going over, clipping those rear tires on the edge of that ramp. Max D seems to have a lead here going over the line. They still got one more lap. Both trucks get a turn in each lane. Max D going over, getting a nice bit of air there. And heading into the final turn, both trucks, Skeledragon, massive drift. Max D, a little slip up there, but it's close. It's gonna be Skeledragon though, knocking out Max D. Skeledragon advancing to round 2 here in GRUthersburg tonight. Next out on the track, we're going to see Jailbird as she comes creeping out of the pits and shows this truck off to the minions here in GRUthersburg. Versus Soldier Fortune. Soldier Fortune is going to be on your left. Jailbird is going to be on your right. This is a rematch. These trucks have faced off a lot this season, and it's been Jailbird who has been coming out on top. We have a little nickname for Soldier Fortune, the Queen of Round 1. She has not been having any luck getting out of round 1 so far this season. We'll see how she does tonight as they are both lined up and ready to go. Your second race of round 1 is green, and they are off. Jailbird heading into that hairpin. Soldier Fortune clipping the car on that first turn there. Soldier Fortune going over Jailbird, having a rough landing there. Oh, nearly going over the nose, but gets a save there. Has to back it up. Jailbird has a massive lead going into the second lap here. Jailbird going over the top. Oh, way off on the side, getting up on the barriers there. That is a mistake. Both trucks had a mistake, and it's looking like it's Soldier Fortune for the first time this season advancing out of round one. All thanks to a major mistake in that final lap from Jailbird. What a turn of events. Next out on the track, we have Overkill Evolution, who's going to be on your right, taking on Mountain Dew Kickstart on your left. Overkill Evolution having a rough little turn there in his intro. Don't know if that's a sign for what's to come or what, but hopefully not. Hopefully Overkill can hold it together here. Mountain Dew Kickstart, very quick. He does not have a racing championship under his belt, but he is a very quick truck. And a straight, if we had just a straight course, no jumps, no turns, no nothing, Mountain Dew would probably beat everybody on the track, to be honest. But we're about to go green and see if he can beat Overkill Evolution here tonight. Overkill Evolution is going to be taking on the hairpin Mountain Dew Kickstart, going around the outside. A little squirrely going into that turn. Oh, Mountain Dew Kickstart needing to realign the truck. Overkill Evolution on two wheels. Over he goes. Bounces off of that wall down there. And he's not moving. He's just going to give up this race. He forfeits, I guess, moving that truck off the track and out of the way of Mountain Dew Kickstart. Mountain Dew Kickstart just has to finish this lap. Another interesting turn of events here in GRUthersburg, Maryland. Mountain Dew Kickstart sliding that truck around the final turn here, clipping that car, but that does not matter. Mountain Dew Kickstart moves on to round two tonight. Next out on the track, we have Rageaholic, a past racing champion. He won racing in Houston. Pirate's Curse, a past freestyle champion, but he was subbed out for a couple shows here. He is back though, and looking to take a racing win for the first time this season. It all starts here with Rageaholic. This is going to be an interesting race for sure. Both of these trucks are fast. And to be honest, great drifters. I love seeing these trucks slide around on the tracks we've seen them race on so far this season. Both trucks on the line, ready to go though. We're just waiting for a green light for your final race of round one. Off the line, Pirate's Curse has a slight lead going into that first turn. Rageaholic threw the hairpin up and over that first hump there. Pirate's Curse getting a great landing and entry into this little hairpin area. Rageaholic seems to have a fat lead though. Pirate's Curse going into the hairpin now. Rageaholic having a decent turn. Rageaholic up and over. Another great landing for Rageaholic this time on that crossover. Looking like it could be close here. Rageaholic has the lead. It's going to be Rageaholic advancing to round two here in GRUthersburg. Let's take a look at that racing bracket and check out who's going to be facing off in round two. We got Avenger taking on the substitute Skeledragon. Dysfunctional is going to be taking on Soldier Fortune. Bad Company is going to be taking on Mountain Dew Kickstart. And Megalodon Fire is going to be taking on Rageaholic. Team Scream versus Team Scream down at the bottom of the bracket here in round two. And now out on the track, we have Avenger with that awesome hot rod body, I believe they called it. Avenger is going to be on your right tonight in this round. And Skeledragon is going to be on your left. Skeledragon had that awesome first race of the night, taking the win against Max D. Avenger pulling that truck back. He's about to line that truck up to the line. Skeledragon doing the same. Avenger ready to go. Skeledragon ready to go. We are just waiting on a green light to get round 2 started. And here we go. They are off the line and over the first couple bumps and humps. Avenger heading into the hairpin, getting nice and tight on that barrier. Skeledragon bouncing all over the place over that hump in the turn. Avenger could have a slight lead here. Great turn from Avenger. Great turn from Skeledragon as well. Heading into the hairpin now for Skeledragon. Avenger having a better turn than Skeledragon did in that section. Up and over. Nice landing on that crossover. Skeledragon drifting through the final turn. Avenger doing the same. It's going to be close here. Even over the jump. Oh, and it's Skeledragon knocking out Avenger. Skeledragon advances to the semifinals. What a race from both of these trucks. Skeledragon seems to be on fire so far tonight. Next out on the track, though, we have Dysfunctional. He's going to be on your right, taking on Soldier Fortune, who's going to be on your left. Soldier Fortune, this is the first time this season she's even made it to round 2, so I am definitely invested in this race tonight. I'm excited to see how she's going to perform tonight and if she can make it to the final round. Her first time out of round 1, getting her to the finals would be something. And I'm not counting her out. It's just, you know, she's been the queen of round 1. Let's just put it there. We're about to go green though. They are off. Looking like Soldier Fortune has a slight lead going into the first turn. Dysfunctional having a nice turn in that hairpin. Soldier Fortune getting up and over. Nice landing. Better landing than last time. Still a little squirrely on that once she gets down to the ground. Heading into this second lap now. Soldier Fortune getting a little wide on that hairpin. Dysfunctional having a decent turn there. Up and over the crossover. Perfect landing. Soldier Fortune already in the final turn and in the exit now. Clipping the car. Not too much though, but it's gonna be Soldier Fortune advancing to the semifinals. Soldier Fortune is having a great performance in racing here tonight. That's what she seems to need. She seems to need a long course with some difficult turns, twists and turns in there. But next out on the track is Bad Company. Bad Company is going to be on your right. Mountain Dew Kickstart is going to be on your left. Hopefully Bad Company can actually complete his race tonight and give some type of competition to Mountain Dew Kickstart. We'll see how it goes here as Bad Company backs that truck up and gets ready to line up on the starting line. Mountain Dew Kickstart is pulling up now. Both trucks ready to go. We're just waiting for green here in round 2. They're off the line. Heading down. Mountain Dew Kickstart with the lead. Going into the first turn. A little squirrely once again. Another rough exit going into that crossover. Huge air though. Massive sky wheelie and a rough landing. You really need to be perfect heading into that hairpin because you don't have much room to get that truck spun around. That Company seems to be in the lead right now as we go into that crossover once again. Bad Company already heading into this final turn. Bit of a rough turn, but it doesn't matter. Mountain Dew Kickstart too far behind. Bad Company is going to be advancing to the semifinals tonight. Great race from Bad Company, keeping that truck together on this track. Next up, we got the Team Scream race. The decider of who on Team Scream is going to be advancing on to the rest of the night here. Megalodon Fires on your right and Rageaholic is on your left. Megalodon Fire already down there near the starting line, getting that truck lined up. Rageaholic pulling up next. This is going to be an interesting race. This was the deciding race for Houston. Rageaholic was the winner of racing period that night. But in the race, in the final round, Megalodon Fire versus Rageaholic. Rematch here in the final race of round 2. They are off the line and heading into turn 1. Megalodon Fire a little slow through that hairpin. Seems to have some sort of lead heading into this final turn here. Ooh, Rageaholic having a nice hairpin there. It's close getting to the line for the first time. Heading into that first hairpin, Rageaholic having a nice smooth drift around that corner. Megalodon Fire having a nice smooth landing on the crossover. Heading into the final turn here, Rageaholic, massive lead. It's going to be Rageaholic advancing to the semifinals. What a race from Rageaholic, keeping it smooth through the entire thing, keeping that lead. Let's take a look at that bracket for the semifinals. Skeledragon is going to be taking on Soldier Fortune. Bad Company is going to be taking on Rageaholic. Skeledragon. Let's jump right into the semifinals. Skele Dragon is going to be on your right. Soldier Fortune is going to be on your left as these trucks head out onto the track. This is interesting. A substitute, a lot of substitutes, if they make it decently far in the racing bracket, go out in the semifinals. Soldier Fortune has never made it to the semifinals. So this is definitely an interesting matchup here. If Soldier Fortune can get into the finals in her first time past round 1, I'd be pleasantly surprised and pretty happy for her, I'll admit. As we're about to go green in the semifinals, they are off the line and heading to that first turn. Soldier Fortune clipping the car in that first turn. And on the exit as well. Heading into that crossover, a little crooked on that landing ramp. Soldier Fortune having a nice hairpin there. Skele Dragon already down into that first turn of the second lap. Soldier Fortune doing well in the hairpins right now. Skele Dragon gets some big air on that crossover. Heading into that final turn already. Soldier Fortune too. This could be a close one here. And it's gonna be Skele Dragon though, advancing to the finals tonight. This is not the first time a substitute has been in the finals, but this is a tough track going against some pretty heavy hitters. I'm surprised he's made it to the finals tonight. Awesome performance so far from Skele Dragon, something to be proud of, whether he wins in the finals or not. Next out on the track, though, we have Bad Company on your right. Rageaholic is going to be on your left. Oh, no. Let's hope he doesn't do that in the actual race. Rageaholic sliding and running into the tractor there. Rageaholic is on the line and ready to go. Bad Company ready to go. We're just waiting for green here in the semifinals. And they are off, heading over these bumps and humps and into that first turn. Both trucks pretty solid. Bad Company having a nice hairpin. Rageaholic having a decent outside turn. Been over that crossover. Great landing on that landing ramp. It's close here in this first lap. Rageaholic taking that hairpin now nice and smooth. Bad Company nice and smooth through the outer turn. Rageaholic seems to have a lead here. He's already into that final turn. Bad Company needs to be really smooth here. I don't think it matters. Rageaholic, what a race. Lightning fast around this awesome crossover track. Rageaholic versus Skele Dragon in your final round tonight. Let's take a look at that bracket and see how we got here. Skele Dragon starting off round 1, making it all the way to the finals. Rageaholic down in the final race of round 1, knocking out Pirate's Curse, making it all the way to the finals. And a pretty interesting matchup here as well. We got an insane body versus the truck with no body. Man, I'm just excited to see how this goes. Skeledragon has been super consistent and super fast all night, but Rageaholic has taken a championship before. He's no stranger to this final round. Man, I'm having trouble on who I want to see win it. Rageaholic doing a nice little drift there. That was cool. Skeledragon has been insane so far tonight. Rageaholic too, man. That semi-final race is, you just can't ignore it. That was incredibly fast, incredibly smooth. Was pretty much in the lead the entire race. Yeah, I just want to watch at this point. I just want to see what happens. As these trucks are lined up and ready to go. Light is red. We're about to go green in the finals. And they are off. Rageaholic versus Skeledragon. Rageaholic a slight lead over the line for the first time. Skeledragon, a nice hairpin there. Rageaholic clipping the car. That's going to take a little bit of time off. He really needs to get that lightning speed back in him. Oh no. Rageaholic is a mess right now. Skeledragon holding that truck together pretty well. Rageaholic needs to be super fast and super smooth the rest of this race if he wants to come back. Skeledragon nicely done up and over that crossover. Skeledragon may have it here. He does. It's going to be Skeledragon taking the racing championship for the first time in RORSRPS history. A substitute has taken a win. Skeledragon will be back for a second show. Next show on the Custom Chaos Tour. What a run. What a racing performance. Man. Skeledragon, I cannot believe it. Look at that wheelie. Nice, walking it down the track. Man, Skeledragon takes the racing win here tonight, knocking out Rageaholic. Let's take a look at the awarded points here. Skeledragon, your racing champion, taking 15 points. Rageaholic, your runner-up, taking 10. Bad Company with 6. Soldier Fortune also with 6. Both of those trucks going out in the semifinals. Megalodon, Mountain Dew Kickstart, Dysfunctional, and Avenger all going out in round 2, taking 2 points. While Pirate's Curse, Overkill Evolution, Jailbird, and Max D all went out in round 1 and all be taking 0 points. An interesting night, but let's take a look at the season points because we do have technically a new leader. Bad Company gets back up to the top with 83 as Max D gets 0, taking 83 points, or keeping 83 points, I should say. Dysfunctional with 66 points, and Avenger with 65. Rageaholic takes 60 points. Megalodon Fire with 54. Jailbird with 44. Soldier Fortune with 41 points. Mountain Dew Kickstart taking 38 points. Overkill Evolution with 34. Pirate's Curse with 23. And Skeledragon with those 15 winning points. That is going to do it for racing, though. Be sure to come back in a minute. We do have freestyle that's going to be starting at 4:30, so come back. But if you guys enjoyed the show and you want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well for me. We got new shows every Saturday, so we will be back with some more Rigs of Rods Monster Truck action. You can also find us on Instagram at RORSRPS for all kinds of behind-the-scenes content, including early access to the week's racing brackets, racing and freestyle results breakdowns, full season points breakdowns across all 3 tours that we have here, and pit party pictures if you're into that. But thank you guys again so much for watching. I will see you in just a minute for freestyle.